So I've been wanting to start this series for a very long time, and I figured that today was the day that I was just gonna go ahead and do it and not think about it and just do it. This series I am calling Wine and a Drama. I love watching Asian dramas and drinking wine. The problem is that I don't know very many people. Actually, I'm lying to you. I don't really know anyone in my life that actually watches Asian dramas. I always want to talk about things and discuss things, and I don't have anybody in my real life, my real people that I actually talk to face to face life about Asian dramas. So I figured that if I started making a series on this channel, just talking about what I like, I can engage with more people because I know that there are people who love Asian dramas as much as I do, and we can discuss them, and it'll be great because then we can find each other and not be so lonely in our love for Asian dramas. So I thought for a really good introduction to this whole series, I would just kind of go over some of the shows that I've watched in the past and some things that I'm currently watching, and then some things that I'm really excited for, instead of just going and doing a review on a specific drama, just to kind of make it a fun little introductory thing. I made a list because I'm not going to remember everything. I am also terrible with names, so please forgive me. I'm going to be horrible at these names and butchering people's names, but that's just how it is. Figured I'd talk very quickly about some of the shows that I've watched in the past that I thought were noteworthy and I should include in this video. The first show that I'm going to talk about, it's officially not technically, as I'm recording this right now, technically a show that I have watched. I'm currently watching it, but by the time I edit and upload this video, it'll be gone because this is the last week it's airing. The show that I'm talking about is Because This Is My First Life. I wanted to tell you about this because it is genuinely one of my top K-dramas that I've ever watched. I'm watching this on Viki. It stars Jung So-min. If you know her, she was in Precious Kiss. She was also in Sound of Your Heart with Kwang Soo from Running Man. I really like her. I think she's adorable and she's really cute, and I just generally like her characters, and she's in it and she's great, and this show is so good. So if you were looking for something to watch right now, I highly suggest it. Another show that I have watched, I think was in the beginning of November. I can't really remember. It was on Netflix because it was a co-pro with Netflix. It was a Japanese drama called 100 Million Yen Women, and it stars Yojiro Noda, who, if you know him, he is the lead singer of the band Radwimps. Radwimps is one of my all-time favorite bands, so I was really excited to see him and this role because of that. If you watched Kimi no Na wa, which was the anime that came out towards the beginning of the summer, it's also called Your Name. It was a really great movie. If you've seen that, the soundtrack for that was done by Radwimps. This show is a little hard to describe because it's a little mystery. It's a little weird. The episodes are fairly short and you can get through the show pretty fast, which is good for me because I'm a marathoner. I don't normally have shows that I'm just watching and slowly going through. I marathon through things, but I thought it was really great and I highly suggest looking into it. Okay, so this is the last show that I wanted to talk to in my previously watched need to tell you about because I really enjoyed it. It's called Amida, Your Housekeeper. I watched it on Crunchyroll. It's a J-drama. I watched it on Crunchyroll and I think it's on other platforms. I don't remember. This drama was really spectacular. You watch it and you don't know what's going on, and there's just lots of weird things that are going on. Really, really loved it. And I suggest if you're looking for a good J-drama, looking for that because it was fantastic. So as I said before, I am a marathoner. I don't normally have things that I'm currently watching and slowly watching unless I'm forced to. If they come out they're still airing, that's when I tend to slow down, but for the most part I'm a marathoner, so I don't have a lot in this section of what I'm currently watching, especially because I just did the massive marathon with Because This Is My First Life. I don't really have stuff. I do watch a couple of variety shows. I'm just gonna mention them because I like variety shows too. I always watch Running Man when it comes out. I Live Alone / Rainbow Bridge I really like, and I also watch Return of Superman. A couple of other variety shows that I like tend to watch, but not like religiously like I do those three. So those are kind of like my main what I'm currently watching. I started this show called Love Affairs in the Afternoon. It's a J-drama. It's kind of slow going for me. It's not terrible, and it's not a show that I don't want to keep watching, but I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it as much as I have other shows in the past. But I'm currently watching that, and I'm watching that on Viki. I'm also slowly going through Descendants of the Sun. I know I'm crazy. Like, I don't know why I'm being so slow with going through this show, but I am. It's just like not catching me that I want to marathon it. So that's it on the shows that I am currently watching. I don't really have a lot to say in this category. I have been interested in, is it called Revolutionary Love? I don't remember. It's the one with Siwon from Super Junior. That looks interesting. There are a lot of shows that I'm looking forward to. Netflix is really upping their selection of Asian dramas, specifically Japanese dramas, which if you watch Asian dramas, you know that Japanese dramas out of all the Asian dramas are the hardest to find because of licensing issues, and so it tends to be an area where you don't have as much selection as you would like say a Korean drama. But Netflix has been stepping up, and I'm really super excited about it. So one of the first J-dramas that I'm excited about is Good Morning Call Season 2. I watched the first season, and I'm pretty sure it's a co-pro with Netflix, but I watched the first season a couple of years ago, roughly when it came out on Netflix, and it's a high school drama, so I don't like it as much as I do some other dramas, just because high school for me was like 15 years ago, so you know, it's not that exciting to relive it, but I thought it was a good storyline. I thought the characters were really great. The actors did really well, so I'm excited to see the second season and where it's gonna go. Another show that I'm looking forward to, it's a J-drama, is the Erased live action series. If you know Erased, it's a manga and also an anime. I have watched the first episode of the anime and enjoyed it enough that I want to just try out this live action version. I probably should finish the anime before I watch it, but it is starring Yuki Furukawa, who, if you watched Mischievous Kiss, which is the Japanese version of Precious Kiss, what I talked about earlier, it's the lead in that. He's in this, and I like him. I kind of like his acting style, so that's kind of what's really drawing me to really look into this. I probably wouldn't like be so into it if he wasn't also in it. Netflix is also coming out with Many Faces of Ito, which I don't know anything about besides the fact that Netflix told me about it, so I'm really excited. It's also another Japanese drama. Again, I don't know much about it, but I'm willing to watch any Japanese drama you give me. And then the last thing I want to talk about that I'm excited to see that's not a J-drama, it's actually a Korean drama, but it's still coming out on Netflix, is Hello My 20s Season 2. I watched the first season. It's probably been about 2 years now. I think it technically was the first Korean drama I watched on Netflix. I watched it, and I remember very clearly after watching it, seeing that they had greenlighted the season 2. They hadn't filmed it or cast it or anything like that, but I remember seeing it, so I'm really excited that they put it on Netflix so I can watch it. I do know that the cast is different. It is, I think, the same house, but a different cast. I don't know if the other cast will be like making appearances or how they're gonna like tie in. Maybe they both tie in the stories together. I don't know. The first season wasn't my favorite. There are some things I really didn't care for story-wise and writing-wise that they did, but I enjoyed it enough that I am interested in seeing the second season and seeing how that plans. So there we go. Those are some of the shows that I'm watching and currently watching and thinking about watching, and so I hope that maybe this like gives you a little glimpse of to what I like and what I'm looking for, because I am always looking for suggestions. So if you have any suggestions of shows that you like or that you're currently watching and you think I should definitely pick up, let me know in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching, guys.